week's top story. Scientists have banded together with lunatics and religious fanatics in predicting the end of the world. Again. By this time next week, we will undoubtedly be in the midst of a full-frontal zombie epidemic. Extensive research has been carried out as to how to deal with this imminent crisis by repeatedly watching the movies Shaun of the Dead, Zombieland, and 28 Days Later. Citizens are advised to stock up on essentials like noodles, tea, and tampons, and take refuge in a secure building. Pubs seem to be the most suitable form of establishment. However, due to the fact that large-scale riots are expected to accompany this epidemic, bookshops are also a good choice of hideout, as rioters always leave them untouched due to their deep and profound appreciation of literature. Citizens are also advised to arm themselves heavily and under no circumstances to seek refuge on a large, noisy fairground ride covered in bright lights into which you are physically strapped. Oddly, this makes it very easy for the undead to locate you and subsequently eat you from the ankles up. In other news, Amy Winehouse was the latest person to join the 27 Club. She has since been granted saint status by the Pope in recognition of her noble efforts to glorify alcoholics and junkies, who often get a bad press. Here is some footage of her with some of her fans. Scientists claim to have discovered what they are calling the chav gene. This hereditary gene causes the carriers to suffer from terrible music taste, an inability to speak with any coherence, and an insatiable craving for fried chicken. Symptoms also include high fertility levels, which often cause the carriers to produce offspring at a very young age. People who are carrying the gene can usually be identified by their general lack of manners and their ignorance of the difference between a latte and a cappuccino. A woman in Hackney has soared to 4th place in the official chart of stupidest people in the world, outranking the woman who put her dog in the microwave to dry it, the inventor of the underwater hairdryer, and George Bush. The action for which she was awarded this place was diving into the Thames to save her pet fish from drowning. When asked what she was doing with her fish outside of the home in the first place, she claimed that she was taking it for a walk. And finally, Dulux has invented a new colour. A hybrid between Iranian sunset, sexy flamingo and syphilis pink. The new colour has been named Unexpected Weasel Placenta and is completely invisible to the human eye. Gordon Brown has confirmed that he has spent in excess of £500,000 to have the Houses of Parliament covered in unexpected weasel placenta. That's all from me. Now over to Jemima for the week's weather. Jemima. Thank you, Jemima. Well, I'm afraid it will be raining cats and dogs for the rest of the day. Hopefully it should pick up tomorrow with temperatures hitting a minimum of 87 degrees all across this area. A few minor earthquakes here and there, but nothing too serious. As we head south, there are hurricanes expected throughout the southwest for most of the week, so wear some heavy shoes to keep your feet firmly planted on the ground. An unexpected loss of gravity will be prevalent this week throughout Ireland, Wales and parts of the north, resulting in loss of coherency and spontaneous combustion in about a third of the population. Scotland, however, will be spared from these happenings, although relentless famine and disease will be an issue throughout the week. Towards the end of the week, the whole of Britain will be reduced in area by about 70% as huge floods ravage the land, rendering most tourist attractions and public transport useless, so please find alternative means of travel. The week will culminate in death and or cannibalism for most of the population, followed quickly by the end of the world. That's all for this week. I'm Jemima Colenso. Back to you, Jemima. Thank you, Jemima. Well, that's all from us this time. Enjoy the rest of the week and see you soon. I'm Jemima Colenso. Bye-bye. Unexpected weasel placenta.